Hello folks and welcome along to the channel. First time back in a couple of weeks. Been a busy couple of weeks, but here we are yet again for F1 OG for their Season 5 Round 4 in Japan. This track here, a legendary track, first appearing on the F1 calendar on the 1st of November 1987. The length of this track is 5.81 kilometres or 3.608 mile. We've got 18 corners, 1 DRS zone. We're going to have 9 laps for the sprint race and 27 for the main race. And the tyres are the hardest of the bunch, the C3 soft, the C2 mediums and the C1 hard compound tyres. Now the format here for tonight is going to be a one-shot sprint qualifying. Then we're going to go into the 9-lap sprint race. Then moving on to the one-shot normal qualifying, and then that's going to determine the grid for the 29-lap Grand Prix. No, 27-lap Grand Prix. I do apologise about that. So here we are. We're just getting ready to get things underway. We've just got a few seconds left on the board. Quickly, just trying to go back here. Where is it? Here we go, we're getting underway. We've got 14 here tonight. We'll just stay on board with James in the Ferrari here. He's heading down the start-finish straight, going into turns 1 and 2, flying it to the right-hand side there, nicely getting it into the apex, extending out wide on the exit of 2, into the S's of turn 3 and 4, and then we've got 5, 6, and then we've got 7 just here of the Dunlop curve. Got to be careful there with the ascension going up. It can end up causing the tail end to spin out. Now through Degna 1 and 2, trying to carry as much speed as you can through that final Degna 2, and then into the hairpin here of turn 11 for getting on the power all the way through. 200R this track, one of a kind on the F1 calendar, the only figure of 8 racetrack on the F1 calendar ever. Through Spoon Curve, through turns 13 and 14, and now on the road all the way up to the legendary 130R turn 15. James currently in the lead of this qualifying session. Cody's retired from the session, but unfortunate there. But coming into the Casio Triangle now, the final couple of corners. Well, the final braking zone anyway, and then it's flat out all the way around the final corner to the line of 128.482. That's quite a good time there, just a tenth, just under a tenth quicker than P2 there. I didn't see who managed to get P2, unfortunately, and need a drink. Oh, it was Night Flash that got P2, so not missing out by much. I think this could be a good two-way battle here, judging by the speeds of both the laps, but then again, everything can change in the race. So James getting that P1, that pole position. Night Flash in second, then we've got Idle North in third, fourth for Benji Northover in fifth, sixth for Mr. Spike, CJ Drama seventh, Andrew Pipsmith is in eighth, Ratio is in ninth, 10th for Nobby Bootneck. Then we've got San in 11th, Millsy in 12th, Soph in 13th and 14th for Cody. So now we're going to be moving on to the 9-lap Sprint Grand Prix, which is just about to come up in a moment. Now, while that is on, we'll have a look at the standings right now. Night Flash and James are both battling out for the title, and only 4 points in between them. 119 for Night Flash and 115 for James. Dr. Brayton is in third, who's not here tonight, I don't think, on 65, and Scouser is on 64 in fourth place. Ross Northover, that is on 53 points. Idle North is in sixth on 45. 1 point behind him is Benji in seventh place on 44 points. San is 2 points behind that in eighth on 42. Then we've got Majin on 36 and 35 for Corey. Andrew Pipsmith is on 30 points, equal with CJ Drama, who's in 12th place. Now, have a quick look, and it looks like the Sauber are running away with the constructors. 184 points for Sauber, with Ferrari in second place on 145. 80 points for Mercedes. Then we've got Williams on 78, just 2 points behind Mercedes. Then we've got Alpine on 73 points in fifth. In sixth is the Racing Bulls on 66 points. Haas are on 64 in seventh. McLaren are on 50 points. Aston Martin on 48 points, and Red Bull have unfortunately had no luck out there. It's a bit like their F1 real season there almost. So here we go, we're just getting underway now, just getting the formation lap going. Let's have a quick look and we'll see what tyres everyone is starting on. So it's a mixture of mediums and softs. So we've got Idle North is actually on the soft, same with Mr. Spike, Andrew Pitt-Smith, Ratio and Soph, all opting for the soft compound tyres here in the sprint race. Now, I'm unsure if the softs will be good at the end or not, but we will soon see. They'll definitely be a lot better off the starting grid, as they'll get to have a lower peak temperature, a lower optimal operating window for these tyres compared to the mediums and the hards, where I need to get a little bit hotter in order to grip just as equal to the track as the softs or the mediums. So they do have that, so we'll be able to get up to temperature a lot quicker. So we could see Idle North and possibly Mr. Spike getting a good launch off the line, especially since CJ Drama and Andrew Pitt-Smith both have been disqualified for contact, it seems. So as you could look down at the map at the right hand side of the screen, we can see on the start finish straight, we could see a little green icon, and just behind that we could see the little red icon simulating the Aston Martin and the Ferrari of CJ Drama and Andrew Pitt-Smith. They'll both be waiting on the grid, getting cool tyres. So James is going to be starting the closest to turn one, but is he going to be having that position at the end of turn two? We will soon find out if Night Flash can get up there, or Idle North could actually jump them all going up to turn one. We'll soon find out. He has got the better strategy for the start of the sprint race, that is. The other one's opting a bit more for the long game. We'll soon see which is the better option. And there we go, the drivers are all getting lined up back on the grid again. I think that's Cody just coming in, just slotting into his position. There we go. You can see Night Flash pointing over to the left-hand side of the track, the right-hand side if we're looking at it from this angle, ready to cover off James, and we've got all red lights up, and we are away. We got a good start there. It looked like James and Night Flash both got off on an equal footing, but James is managing to hold that lead. Benji has came up and got that second place off of Idle North. Idle North, the one that was expected to get a good start, didn't. Benji now going and attacking Night Flash for that P2. Is he going to come away with it? He's on the outside going around turn 6 here. Is he going to manage to get it? He does. Nicely done. Benji up into P2. 2 positions gained on the opening lap. Cody, another one up 2 positions. We've got Horatio and Nobby Bootneck both battling it out also. We can see San and Nobby battling out. Horatio's went off the track and losing a lot of places. We've seen some carbon fibre getting flown up there at the exit of Degna 2. Unsure if any car has got damage there or if that was just the typical animation effect glitches that happen somehow. But Cody is doing exceptionally well, keeping it nice and clean. He's up 3 places on this opening lap as they're coming into Spoon Curve there. He's went a bit wide there and is going to possibly lose that position to Soph, sorry. Is she going to go for it? She's going up the inside here. Is she going to go for it? Nope, she doesn't. She actually loses a place to Horatio. Mr. Spike and CJ Drama, both the Aston Martins have swapped places of CJ Drama up into 7th place. Mr. Spike's actually down 2 places. Mulsey and Horatio, what's happened there? Oh, is there contact there between the two of them? And did just miss that, unfortunately. But they two are now at the back of the pack, and Millsy is coming to try and get that 13th place off of Horatio, but he's not actually here. Alright, so that was interesting. So I don't think Millsy is actually in the lobby right now, so that's a bit unfortunate. Nobby Bootneck is right on the back of Night Flash, who's dropped it down 6 positions on that opening lap, is now fighting for his life for that 8th place in order to keep it, as the Williams of Nobby Bootneck is right up the rear of Night Flash. We're going up to Benji and Idle North, and it seems that these soft tyres have ultimately switched on now. And he's up into 2nd place, managing to get past Benji. So we're going to go down here and try and see, is CJ Drama going to go for a move on Andrew Pipsmith, taking that inside line, going into 130R. Who's going to come out on top? Is it going to be a Ferrari? Is it going to be an Aston Martin? They're going side by side through 130R. Full power, foot flat to the floor as they come into the Casio Triangle, and it looks like Andrew Pipsmith has managed to hold off on that position, and now CJ Drama getting a little bit out of shape on the exit of turn 17 and ends up losing that position to Mr. Spike. But is he going to manage to get it back? No, he isn't. He doesn't have the DRS somehow, as Mr. Spike does have the DRS and Andrew Pipsmith doesn't. So that was a bit of an interesting one. Now James 2.1 seconds up the road on Idle North. Idle North sitting in 2nd place right now, right in front of Benji and Northover. Both of them will be wanting that position off of them as soon as possible. But looking at it right now, Night Flash had the most terrible start, unfortunately. He's qualified in 2nd place and is down into 8th. So let's see how he's going to be able to come back in the next 6 laps, or even how he's going to come back in the next session, which is a one-shot qualifying for the main race. Anyone who's watching live right now, feel free to fire in your comments. And if you're enjoying this stream, I would appreciate a like, and if you're not subscribed, that would also be greatly appreciated. Benji not managing to close that gap to Idle North. Idle North soft tyres are actually proving to be the better tyres right now. Oh, we'll go to see Horatio getting past Soph there. Soph dropping down into 13th place. Now we're going to move up a little bit and see Benji not going to be able to close that gap enough on the car ahead. But one who is CJ Drama. Is he going to be able to go for that move? No, he isn't. Sticking still really close with his teammate there in 6th place. Got Cody and San battling out here for that final point. We're just about to come up to the halfway point in this sprint race. Sorry. Moving up to CJ Drama, both in Aston Martin's been battling out quite intensely recently, past couple of laps. So we'll see how that is going to fare going into the main race. Idle North has actually closed that gap on James to under 2 seconds now. I'll see, he's going to need to pull something out of the bag if he's going to be wanting that to continue. And is it just me, or does there seem to be yeah, there does seem to be some rendering issues, well, in Spectator anyway. Seen some of the grass popping up and disappearing there for some reason. I think that might be something that EA needs to address. But CJ Drama and Mr. Spike swapping places there. It didn't look like that was accidental there, it seemed. Horatio just getting past Cody, and Cody is now fighting back, got a better exit out of the Casio Triangle. Oh, and into the wall goes the Red Bull. What happened there? Cody just went right alongside him there, and I think wheels may have got interlocked there, unfortunately. both have walked out with broken front wings, and that is the worst point to end up with a broken front wing. I could tell Horatio ain't going to be happy about that, and he's actually using overtake now to try and hatch back up, but that's not going to help going around the corners. It's only going to really help on the straights. Soph managing to get past Cody now. Cody down into 12th position. You can see half of that front wing is gone. Going to move further up and see this battle for second place as Idle North has started to slip back now. Have the soft tyres, has the crossover happened between soft tyres and medium tyres? We'll soon find out. Going board up with Benji, who is looking to try and make a move. Is he going to move to the inside and get the later on the brakes? Oh! And seeing how close he was, that was almost like a bit like a train there. Just like nose to tail right there, going around turn one, really close there. Brilliant from Benji to try to get as close as that. We've got a yellow flag in sector 3. Who's that for? Is that Horatio? Yep, Horatio, unfortunately. Spinning out. Northover trying to use that RB as effectively as possible. Just trying to find whatever gap that he can go for to get that move on Benji and in the Mercedes and the Alpine of Idle North. But right now it looks like Ferrari is in the best point scoring opportunity right now here in the sprint race. We're just about to go on to lap 7, so we've got 3 more laps to go in this Grand Prix, starting right now. San getting a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Don't want to be getting too many of them. Oh, looking on at Nobby Bitnet going for the move on Mr. Spike to get that 8th position, with DRS proving to be a massive advantage here. Go back up to Northover, who's still on the tail of Benji and Idle North, going into Degna 1 and 2. Oh, and he actually ran out a bit wide there. That could possibly end up picking him up a couple of warnings there. But yeah, not proving to be the most healthiest thing for a Formula 1 car. That does end up not giving you the grip that you need, the air resistance going around the corner. It kind of messes up your line and how the wind is pushing the car into the ground. So a bit unfortunate with that there. Let's see how he's going to be able to maintain. As we see, the Alpine of Idle North went wide at Spoon. This could be the chance for Northover to attack. Slipstream is engaged for Benji, for Northover on Benji. And is he going to be later on the brakes here than the Alpine? He's going to try and stick it around the outside. Oh, and Idle North managing to hold off on that 3rd position there. Did lose 1 position to Benji for that 2nd place, but managed to come back in the 2nd fight against Northover. Oh, what happened to Northover there? Did he go wide at turn 2? Oh, and he's fell down 2 places there, unfortunately. Cody jumping into the pit lane, getting a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Looking on at North over here. Is he going to go for a move going into Spoon? Nope, he's holding off just now and waiting for that opportunity, which could be on the exit, going down into 130R. He's got the downforce, the slipstream, sorry. Going through about a million different things there. So I said DRS, but there's no DRS down this straight. In case you're wondering why, it's because that corner there is actually flat out. 130R is flat out, so you don't want to end up having DRS there. North over managing to come back and gain another place. It's currently right where they started this Grand Prix in 5th position. So we are now on the last lap of this sprint race. Oh, Millsy going off track there at the Casio Triangle. Oh, Nobby Bootneck Dunlop. Oh, and the Ferrari of Andrew Pipsmith also. Cody getting a 3-second time penalty as well. So Northover now back. No, Northover's not back up yet, but Night Flash is up to 6th place. Mr. Spike is up a position as well. Whereabouts is James? James is coming into 130R now. Here we have a oh wait there. Andrew Pipsmith and San battling out, and it looks like San is going to get that 9th position off of Andrew Pipsmith. But wait a minute, Andrew Pipsmith is coming back in this with the ERS and manages to get the move done and hold off on that 9th position. James comes across the line to take victory here in Japan on the sprint race. Benji getting P2, CJ Drama in P3, 4th for Northover, Night Flash in 5th, Idle North was 6th. Then we've got Mr. Spike, then Nobby Bootneck, Andrew Pipsmith in 9th, 10th for San, and Soph in the other Haas finishes in 11th. Mulsey is in 12th, then we've got 13th for Cody, and Horatio is in 14th. So just waiting for the rest of the crew to finish up. Just waiting on Cody and Horatio now. Oh, Horatio, that was downright disgusting there. Shouldn't be doing that. So there we have it, folks. That is the end of the sprint race. James providing an excellent result out there. Same with Benji, both Scotsmen there up on the podium with CJ Drama in 3rd. Then we've got Northover in 5th, 6th for Night Flash, Idle North is in 7th. 3rd for CJ Drama, Northover 4th, 5th for Night Flash, Idle North 6th. Then we've got Mr. Spike in 7th, Nobby Bootneck 8th, Andrew Pipsmith 9th, 10th for San, Soph finished in 11th. Then we've got Millsy in 12th and Horatio in P13 and Cody in P14, yeah. So now we're going to be moving on to a one-lap qualifying session to determine the grid for the 27-lap Grand Prix. So there we have it, folks. I've got the timer started. Folks have started getting ready with their strategies and everything. So now we're going to be moving on to the qualifying session. We'll see how things go. Got 5 seconds left on the clock. And there we go. Who are we going to be with? It's going to be James again this time. Let's see how James is going to do. In fact, we'll go on board with the Silver of Night Flash since we were on board with the Ferrari last time. Night Flash. Let's see if we could get just the good qualifying result as the sprint coming into turns 1 and 2. Went quite wide and missed the apex at turn 2. Unsure if that was meant through 3 and 4. Now turn 5, keeping away from them curbs now, as they're too steep, you don't want to be on them. Coming into 7 of Spoon curve, and 8 on the exit. Got 9 and 10 here of Degna 1 and 2. Going under the bridge that ends up connecting you onto 130R. Hard braking there, going into the hairpin, ends up actually walking up a little. But still manages to keep carrying that speed. Cody getting disqualified from the session for going the wrong way. Now Night Flash coming up down this back straight to 130R. It looks like he's going to be getting that pole position. All he's got to do is get these final couple of corners perfectly. Oh, there's a stop attraction there on the exit of 17. There we go, Night Flash 128.394, 128.686, I think it was, for second place. So there we have it, folks. Night Flash getting the pole position for the main race, and James having to settle for second place. Idle North qualifies in P3 again. Now we've got Horatio in P4, Nobby Bootneck P5, Benji 6th, 7th for San Northover in 8th, 9th for Mr. Spike Millsy 10th. Then we've got Andrew Pip Smith, Sove, Cody, and CJ Drama. Now we're going to be moving on to the main event, the 27 lap race around the Suzuka International Circuit. So the skies are looking a bit cloudy out there, so we could expect to see some rain here. It is Japan, so we usually do end up seeing some rain, a little bit of a wet track out there, so let's see how it's going to go for the drivers out there today. Oh, no, see here, folks, everyone opting for the medium tyres except Northover. Northover opting for the soft, so planning on an early stop here. Starting in 8th place, could this be a fast one here he's way to pull? Or could this actually screw him up? We'll soon find out in a few moments, as all the drivers are making their way around back to the start again. So here we go, folks. Everyone is lined up back on the grid. Nightflash, San, Northover, and a few others actually skipping their start-finish box. So we'll be starting back a little bit. Nightflash and James will almost be neck and neck going into turn 1 and coming off the line. There we go. We've got all the lights and they are away. And it looks like Nightflash managed to get a better start here, but James got an even better start and has got that inside line going into turn 1. They're going side by side. James has to cut on the brakes there and allow Nightflash through. Either that or it could have been catastrophe for both of them. Looking back here, we could see the Williams and the Mercedes battling it out there of Nobby Bootnick and Benji. Benji down in the 6th place there. We'll look at the start right now. Top 6 all staying where they are, except Northover is looking on the attack on Benji after moving up a place. Andrew Pipsmith is up 3 places. CJ Drama up 4 places in this start, and it's looking good. Cody, unfortunately, not having the best of goes around on the Dunlop curve. Looking at CJ Drama here, managing to get a better launch out of Degna 2 on Sun to get that 9th place. I was waiting to say 2nd place there. That was a bit too early to call there. Looking on at Nobby Bootnick right on the tail of Horatio. Horatio trying to be quite unlucky in the previous race in the sprint, but is now sitting comfortably in 4th place. Well, I say comfortably, but he's got Nobby Bootnick and that Williams staring down his diffuser and looking for a move. We've got Benji and Northover going side by side, going through 130R. Is Northover going to get this overtake done? Benji goes off the track and we'll have to get Northover gets that position and jumps up 2 places in this opening lap. Looking on at Northover, he's looking to make it 3 here. He's using that bar, he's in the slipstream. Is he going to go for the move on Nobby Bootnick? It doesn't look like he's going to be getting close enough, unfortunately. So he settles back in to 6th position for now. We're going to go up to the leaders right now. Nightflash pulling an impressive gap there, is out of that DRS window of James on the 2nd lap. So that is perfect for them. So not having a good go around on the 2nd lap at turn 1 and 2. Fell down a couple of places and is now down at the back of the grid right now. Going to move up to Northover still right on the diffuser of that Williams. Got a yellow flag in sector 1. Is that... Oh, that's a Spoon again. It's Spoon. Dunlop. Cody spun it again at Dunlop. and I think, is he trying to cause a safety car? He is. It seems like he's trying to just break the car. Retire it in the pit lane, Cody, if you could hear me. Don't just bash it into walls, because that will end up with a safety car. And just at that, Northover managed to just get past Nobby Bootneck. Is there going to be a safety car? What? That's actually surprising, I'm not going to lie. How did... Sorry folks, if anyone has commented in, I've not been on the chat unfortunately. I'll go and pop it back up here. There we go. So Northover into 5th position now. Well, I was on board with Cody, and I will say that was it's not nice to end up doing that, to deliberately crash out the car, because then that could end up causing a safety car. And well, if we remember back to 2008 Singapore Grand Prix, where that actually was quite a big thing in the Crashgate conspiracy theories and everything that went on and all that such. If anyone is was watching Formula 1 back then, I remember that Nelson Piquet Jr. apparently deliberately crashed, and after Alonso had just pit for fresh tyres, so when the safety car did come out, no one was able to pit on the during the safety car for that year. So that ended up leading to everyone having to trundle round behind the safety car and not able to pit while Fernando had already done his pit stop. And then when it came to it after it, everyone jumped in the pit stop. He was already back up to the back, into the lead, and managed to win the Grand Prix from that. Looking on at James though, he's managed to close that gap. Nobby Bootneck though, he's not giving up on Northover here. Was right on his tail, just getting a bit too much on the curb there, and gets a slight slip of oversteer. He's got Benji right behind him for company, and Benji's got the Ferrari of Andrew Pip-Smith for company, and CJ Drama there just right behind Andrew Pip-Smith there, and this is absolutely sensational here. We've got a battle for 5th place going on, and if these few at the front end up bunching up a little, we could have a 4-way battle for the lead. It looks like Horatio is managing to slightly close that gap, just dawdling on that 1 second margin between 3rd and 4th position. We are on lap 4 out of 27 in this Grand Prix. Who is going to be able to walk away with the win? Is it going to be Night Flash in the Silver, or is it going to be James in the Ferrari, or is it going to be a random unknown in this equation? We will soon find out. And I do need a drink, so give me 2 seconds folks. There we go. Now coming on to the start-finish straight here, are we going to see Nobby Bootneck go for the move? We are going to see Nobby Bootneck. No, that's Benji going for the move on Nobby Bootneck. Sorry about that folks, I thought that was Nobby going for a move on Northover, but it was actually Benji going for it on Nobby. So Benji up into 6th place with the aid of the DRS and a better exit out of the Casio triangle. Benji up into 6th place. And James isn't sitting idly by while Night Flash pulls away. He's actually managed to close that gap to 0.8 of a second. Still sitting right close to the back of Night Flash. He did manage to get a second gap at the start of this Grand Prix, but it's managed to close it back down, and now he is within DRS range. Let's see if we could get Benji back in. Jeezy peeps. Benji, invited Benji real quick because his internet is absolutely dreadful, and he's fell right back down. So now San is going to phase through Casper here, and there we go, phase shift complete, and up into 9th place he comes. Oh, and we've seen James in the Ferrari has managed to overtake Night Flash, getting it must have been a better exit off of Spoon and using a bit of that battery and the no, actually never used much of the battery, but did end up using that slipstream. Is now up into first place. DRS is going to be available for Night Flash. Is he going to be able to take a lunge at it going into turn one? He's close enough. He's alongside going into turn one. And manages to get that overtake, but oh, this switcheroo, James coming up and getting that lead, taking it right back from James, from Night Flash, and James is up into the lead yet again. That was brilliant battle in there from the pair of them. Going to go down to Andrew Pipsmith, who's sitting right on the tail of CJ Drama here, and oh, that's just Benji. Hopefully Benji could get back into the session. I'll let him know that I've sent him an invite real quick. There we go. So Benji unfortunately has fell right down into 12th position. Let's see, is Soph going to be able to catch up before Benji comes back? And I've got to say that the rendering on this game is quite bad. Either that or it's just in spectator mode, but you can see the grass is just yeah, it doesn't look nice somehow. It was like it was just coming, like, loading in somehow. But yeah, Benji will be joining in just a moment. It's the first time that has happened to them in a while. Them disconnecting. You've probably seen it on the channel before. Northover into the pits on the soft tyres. So first one to blink, and is actually doing it a bit earlier than the other ones. And there we go, and away Northover goes. It's the only driver to make a pit stop right now. Let's have a look at the gap to the leader now. We'll soon see. Let's see, is Soph going to be able to get past Northover here? Is it going to be possible? Nope, just too far ahead. So Northover comes out in some plenty clean air. 28 seconds off of the leader. We've got a time here of 23 seconds for a pit stop. Whether that be true or not, we will soon find out when James or Night Flash do go and end up going into the pits. These two still sitting right close to each other, battling it out for this lead. Mr. Spike getting a 3-second time penalty. Don't want to be getting too many of them. That will really hinder you, especially if there is a late safety car. You could end up losing about a dozen places at least. Sometimes if they're all within 3 seconds, it could be catastrophic. You could be looking at a win and 3-second penalty, bang, right to the back of the grid. It is not nice, to say the least. Well, let's see James here. And Night Flash, is Night Flash going to be able to get this move done? Doesn't look like it this time around. He's just going to have to wait patiently. We've got Nissan saying, yo mate, I want to say hi to my old teammates. Welcome along, Nissan. I think if I remember right, you were your username Fernando Alonso, if I do remember right. So yeah, welcome along to the channel again. Good to see you. Got San into the pits. Let's see, what tyres are they going on? Is that hards? Oh, softs. Opting for the soft tyre. So I think it's possible. Is it possibly going to be a 2-stop here? Yep, Nissan. Sorry, Nissan. My eyesight is terrible. Not gonna lie. Looked like an end to me there, but good to have you with us. I'm doing good. This is, yeah, this has been quite a good race up to now. Not really what I was expecting, to be honest, at Japan. As we all know, there's not very many overtaking opportunities here at Japan. It's usually just down into the start-finish straight, or you have to wait for someone to make a little slip up, get a little slip of traction, so you could get a better launch out of the corner. But wait a second, we're going to go up to Night Flash here, and he's close enough to make a move here, but he's got to get a good exit out of the Casio Triangle, and I don't think he's got that. Half a second between Night Flash and James. I think James is going to be overtaken here, but oh, last second call there for Night Flash. We've got Horatio coming into the pit lane now. We've got Northover who's went onto the hard compound tyres. I never noticed that. So hard compound tyres for Northover. He'll be planning to go as far as he can in this race. Maybe a soft, hard, soft maybe? I'm unsure. We'll soon find out anyway how their tyre strategy is going to go, as I'm still needing to get clued up on how each tyre is. I'll watch full stream as I will not race F1 anymore. I sold my PS5. Oh, you sold your PS5? That's unfortunate. I couldn't do that, to be honest. Yeah, I need mine too much for watching a lot of stuff like YouTube and whatever. But yeah, I couldn't deal with that. I'm on it pretty much every day, whether it just be playing in the background or actually playing something, to be honest. But let's see, James still hunting down Night Flash for this to get this lead back off him again on lap 9. Now we're about to go on to lap 10. Is he going to be able to get this move done, or is he going to be just that little bit too far back? I think he's going to be, yeah, he's a bit too far back, unfortunately. Last time I won in Japan on F1 24. Was I commentating on that race actually? I'm unsure. It's just the amount of times I see Japan is quite a lot, to be honest, I'm not going to lie. But hey, it's a legendary track. There's been so many notable events over the course of the years, especially with it being the final race on the calendar for a lot of the years, especially in like the what was it, the late 80s, 90s, early 2000s. I think it was mostly the final track on the calendar. Has Benji got in yet? No, he hasn't. That's unfortunate. Let's see what is happening. It's saying for some reason that he's not. Yeah, he says Benji's saying he's not registering his EA account for some reason. It's saying he's not logged in, which is weird. Hopefully he managed to get that sorted, and well, for Benji's sake, there's a bit of a safety car. And this him saying, yes, you did commentate on it. Saved that video to mine favourites on YouTube. That's awesome. Honestly makes me feel a lot better. Oh, Night Flash into the pits. James stays out. Undercut or overcut, which is going to be the better here? Hard tyres going on for Night Flash. And away he comes. He's going to be coming out possibly behind Northover, I think, maybe even. We'll soon find out. Mr. Spike is coming down. We've got Night Flash coming to the end of the pit lane. Mr. Spike, and oh, it's not going to be Northover. He's going to come out in front of Northover. I think Northover actually just got past Horatio. I did unfortunately miss that. But Night Flash coming out in 6th place. Now let's have a quick look at the gap to the leader. So yeah, it is about 23 seconds for a pit stop. So if James does end up going into the pits, he could end up behind Night Flash at this rate. Depending on how much Mr. Spike holds up the silver here, is fresh hards against old mediums. We could all know which is the better tyre to be on. The hard tyre is the better tyre right now, with them being nice and fresh, but of course we're going to have to try and get temperature into them tyres, and Mr. Spike is proving to be a bit of a nuisance for Night Flash, unfortunately. We'll see how that is going to he will not overcut him. He is stuck behind Spike. Yeah, it is looking like it. Oh, Benji's managed to get back in. Nice one. But yeah, Mr. Spike is proving to be an excellent defence here for James, allowing him to get that a little bit further up. And is James going to pit? No, James actually stayed out. That's actually surprising. I would have thought he would have went in just there. Oh, Mr. Spike there getting a bit out of shape. So who's that? Mr. Spike. Oh, now is Mr. Spike coming into the pits? It's a bit unusual how he was fighting so much with Night Flash there. What the hell is happening with that front wing? It was dirty clean, dirty clean, dirty clean. My God, it was like a strobe light. Let's see, Mr. Spike coming out in 11th position. We'll get that back to the interval gap here. Millsy and San close together here. San on the soft tyres, Millsy on the younger medium compound tyres. I think it could be a bit of a tie right now. I think the soft tyres might just pip it a little. Got a ratio here with Northover battling it out for a 6th place ratio. 2 lap younger tyres than Northover. We're on lap 12 of this Grand Prix. We're just about to reach the halfway mark in a few moments. Oh, Idle North, CJ Drama and Nobby Bootneck all coming into the pit lane. Night Flash now moves up into 2nd place, but we're looking at the battle at the back. That's Horatio and Northover. Looks like Horatio's using that DRS to get past Northover and move up into 3rd position now. After Idle North, CJ Drama and Nobby Bootneck are all coming out the pits. Now it looks like Hunter Pip Smith is going to get Nobby Bootneck. Now, looking at this rate, James will have to absolutely book it here in order to and open up another 2nd gap at least, but he will have the younger tyres. Let's see how this is going to fare. How long can these medium tyres go? And I think, judging by him using some hot lap, he's trying to open up a gap as much as possible, but he's got to get into them pits as soon as possible. That gap is closing rapidly. Benji putting in the fastest lap time, a 1:31.440. Now moving up into 12th place as Soph has came into the pit lane. James, is he going to do the same? Yep, James does do the same coming into the pits. Locks up coming in and gets the car stopped in time, fortunately enough. Now let's watch on board with Night Flash. Will be jumping back and forth. The Ferrari is now coming in. Oh, whoa! That was a weird dip there. He's waiting for a safety car. He will go late into the pits for new tyres. Come on, is James going to get it? No! Oh, that was close there. Night Flash just managing to get him. Yep, I do agree in the same. He did wait too long, unfortunately. But on the bright side, his tyres will have less chance of actually falling off the cliff come nearer the end of this race. But we all know how important a clear track is, especially around Japan. Having some clear air out in front of you is absolutely detrimental to your performance in the Grand Prix. Night Flash trying to get them tyres up to temperature, has lost that DRS gap. Is dwindling right on that 1 second mark. He's going to have to try and use some of that battery in order to try and close that gap again. And it looks like he has. He's managed to close that gap within 1 second now, so he's going to be able to get the DRS. It's a bit unfortunate that he waited a bit long. But we'll see how that is going to go for James. He is on the younger tyres, but it will take a little bit to come alive properly. But he has got the DRS. Benji set the fastest lap, has now got a 3 second time penalty. Naughty, naughty. Got to try and keep it within them white lines. Unfortunately, we've got 2 others who have unfortunately got 3 second time penalties. That's San and Mr. Spike. But unfortunate for them too, is now everyone has done one stop in this Grand Prix, and this is how the order looks. Night Flash is in first, closely followed by James in second. 4-second gap to third for Horatio. Then we've got Northover still sitting within that DRS range. Idle North is in fifth, down 2 positions from third. CJ Drama up 8 places in sixth. Incredible from him. Andrew Pipsmith in seventh. Then we've got Nobby Bootneck in 8th, 9th for Millsy, 10th for San. Then we've got Mr. Spike, Benji and Soph. Idle North, another one to end up getting a 3-second time penalty. Naughty, naughty. Who is leading the championship? I think it's actually Night Flash that's leading the championship. I'll go back and check. I did go through it at the start of this Grand Prix, of the start of the stream, but I'll go and I think it was actually in between the sprint race and the sprint qualifying. But it is Night Flash is in the lead by 4 points. 119 points for Night Flash, and James is on 115. Looking at the way things are after the sprint, I think James could actually be in the lead. I'm unsure. I'll have to check, as I can't even remember where both drivers finished. But if I remember right, if this is the league that it is, because I could be wrong, there's actually 10 points up for grabs in the sprint race. So, and it goes down in 1 point increments each position, down to 10th position. I'm so sorry if anyone heard that. I did accidentally burp, so apologies about that. Or as Hagrid would say, sorry about that. Let's see, James right on the tail of that silver, going for it as much as he can. Younger tyres for the Ferrari, 3 lap younger. Could be currently in the lead of the championship. You know what, I'm actually going to go back and have a quick look. So what was the finishing order? So I'm trying to find it. So if it goes the way it is, they're actually tied on points right now, I think. So since Night Flash actually did end up getting a 5th position, going for the move here is James. Oh, looking for that move around the outside. Didn't provide. Is Little Margin still racing in OG League? I'm unsure. I'll give a quick check. I think so. Yep, Margin's currently sitting in 9th place with 36 points. So it could just be a case of the Margin is not here tonight, unfortunately. Getting back onto the thing. There we go. Got the chat back up. There we go. Perfect. James still having to settle in behind the silver for now. Taking it easy. We've got 10 laps still remaining anyway, so there's still plenty of time for James to end up getting that overtake. Going to move on to Andrew Pipsmith right now. He's right on the back of CJ Drama. And looking at the tyre strategy, the hard tyres proving to be the better tyre to be on, as it seems, as all the hard runners are all up in the top 8. And then it's mediums from 9th down to 13th, so that's quite interesting. Have a quick look at the position changes. So CJ Drama has actually managed to do an excellent start in this Grand Prix, excellent first half of the Grand Prix, and is up into 6th place, gaining 8 positions. So from last on the grid is actually up into 6th place. Nicely done from CJ Drama, but he could be under threat here from Andrew Pipsmith, who has just got the DRS but not enough to actually go for a move just yet. He will overtake him in the next laps and he will run away with the younger tyres. We'll see if that is going to be the case. We've got Millsy being overtaken by Mr. Spike. Mr. Spike spiking it through into 9th position. Nicely done indeed. We've got Andrew Pipsmith still behind CJ Drama. James, look how close he is to the back of that Sauber there. And look how much he is toying. I think he's toying with Night Flash here. He's got so much more pace in him, it appears. So let's see how it is going to fare with CJ Drama and Night Flash. James and Night Flash, sorry. Oh, he's went for a move up the inside. Oh, they're going to be side by side coming into the Casio triangle. We've got a shit camera angle as usual. Oh, he gets pushed off the track, not allowing the space to Night Flash. I think, is James going to let him back past? Yep, James, being the honourable gentleman, is letting the Sauber back past, but not letting him get away. So he's fair and respectable, but not being allowed to have the mickey taken out of him. So James puts his hand up, saying, that was my fault, give you the place back, which is fair racing. Nicely done there from James. On lap 19 out of this Grand Prix. Anyone know how long these tyres last? These mediums, I'm kind of curious actually. I think I've seen some people coming in on lap 12. We'll have a quick look at the pit stops right now actually. So we'll see who is the latest one. So James actually ran them until lap 13. So mediums could have a good chance here. We've had no hard runners yet take them to the end, so no, we didn't have anyone start on the hards, unfortunately. Everyone on the mediums except from, I think it was Northover who started on the soft, and that's provided to be quite an excellent strategy for them, gaining them 4 positions. Oh, he's going to be close enough to make a move here, going down this start-finish straight, and I think he's going to get the move done before the braking zone. Yep, nice and easy. James moves up into the lead of this Grand Prix. Northover coming into the pits off them hard tyres, so 15 laps the hard tyres have lasted, and now he's opting for a set of mediums. What? So he's using all 3 tyre compounds, it seems, as Northover. Is this a 3 tyre strat? Or like mode? I'm unsure. Or if he's just realised that the soft tyres won't do him that long. I hate that. It makes me think that there's like some problem like getting a wheel nut on. It's just lag. It's a bit unfortunate. I would actually like that sometimes. Some little small mishaps to happen or something. It would be kind of funny. Just seeing someone stuck in the pits with a sticky wheel nut for an extra few seconds. I could tell that's going to end up making a few people furious. Northover and Mr. Spike battling it out, and it looks like Mr. Spike managed to get the good exit from the hairpin and get up, but 200R is a right-hand corner, and it looks like Northover managed to get the extra speed needed on the inside. Oh, James, a 131.141, and like you said there, Nassim, you'll overtake him in the next laps, and then he'll run away with these younger tyres. Looking at that, he has set the fastest lap time. He's still got that lead in this Grand Prix after turn 1, so we'll soon see if he could actually pull away out of that DRS window. He's got it to 6/10, and it's just gaining every single corner, even if it is just by a couple of tenths, a couple of hundredths of a second. So look at that, it's almost up to 7/10. If he gets a good exit from this hairpin, that could, it's coming up at turn 11, this could actually be quite detrimental to his win here if he gets it, as we're on the lap 21. Only got a handful of laps left to go in this Grand Prix. We've got Mr. Spike into the pits, dropping down into 11th. Is he going to drop down any further? It doesn't look like he's coming out of the garage now. Soph and Benji are unfortunately quite a way down. Soph not having the best races, and Benji is unfortunately disconnected again. Oh, Benji. What are we going to do here? Come on, we've got to sort that internet out. For any of you people out there don't understand Scottish, it was just saying that he needs to sort his internet out. But looking at this, let's see, Night Flash on James coming down into turn 1. He's not going to be close enough to go for that move just yet. This is the closest battle on track, is the battle for the lead. Not many people close by it, unfortunately, right now. Nassim saying last time in Japan Benji had problems with connection too, but at the end he finished third. Well, if he was to finish third today, I think that would be rather ambitious of him, as I think he's like 3 laps down now, unfortunately. He's been lapped by the Williams of Nobby Bootneck. And somehow it shows that Soph is further behind than what Benji is for some weird reason. I never understand these. The timings all go to hell as soon as it gets over a minute. Like, I don't understand it. They really need to sort that out, to be honest. And I think a few other people that like to watch the streams or are commentators themselves will actually be a bit annoyed at stuff like that. So James is actually managing to keep this lead, he's pulling that gap, and it looks like, Nassim, you were right. Nazam, sorry. My God. It looks like you were right, they're fresher tyres, even if they're just a lap or two younger, and plus being in the turbulent air of James isn't going to be good for Night Flash, although big lock up there from James going into the hairpin. And we actually had word that was the reason why Night Flash ended up finishing so low in the in the Sprint Grand Prix, was because he ended up locking up going into the hairpin, just like what James did, but he went a bit too deep and ended up losing a good amount of places. I think it was like 8 places at one point he lost, and was sitting down in like 8th or 9th, so a bit unfortunate. Got Benji saying my Wi-Fi is god awful. Yep, that's unfortunate. I'm not going to lie, I've had problems with my Wi-Fi before, and it's not fun, to say the least. Got Nissan saying Night Flash can't do nothing. You don't have as much battery as James have. Yeah, James is being incredibly resourceful with his battery usage. If you look at the difference there between the batteries, it is like night and day almost. So yeah, fair play to James for being so conservative and using it only when it's necessary. And yeah, so James being excellent there with his battery usage. Millsy and San here. Oh, San. We're managing to hold off on that 9th position. And oh, looking at Mr. Spike here from behind. He's trying to get a move done on the Alpine of Millsy, but is Millsy going to be able to defend it well enough here? Or is Mr. Spike... Oh, Mr. Spike is actually going to be getting the move done. Moving up into 10th position there on Millsy, moving down into 11th. We're going to go up further up to Idle North right now. James has actually dropped down a couple of tenths to Night Flash, so he's going to have to try and book it a little bit, just to try and push that gap to just over 1 second, especially for that DRS detection point. Doesn't look like he managed to do it, so Night Flash will have the DRS up ahead. And we can see, as we see down the bottom, we can see the green and the red icons actually getting closer together. Oh, and Horatio having a terrible go around at the Casio triangle, but manages to keep the car under control. We're on lap 25 now out of 27. We're almost at the end of this Grand Prix. Great race, yeah. Congrats to James. Yeah, well, don't congratulate him just yet, as we still have a couple of laps to go. We've seen in the past, what race was it? I think it was it the Australian Grand Prix at one point, where I think I've seen Jenson Button's car actually break down coming out of the last corner on the very last lap. Of course, that is real life, so yeah, it's a bit different. There's a bit more extenuating circumstances that can happen, so yeah, Jenson Button was incredibly unlucky at that point. But all it takes is just one slip up, and then it could be Night Flash's game here. We've got, who was that? Was that Benji? No, that was it. I think that was actually Andrew Pip-Smith who actually went off. Ooh. We've got San, Millsy and Mr. Spike here all battling it out for this 9th position. Millsy managed to get past both of them. They're going down the DRS straight, or the start-finish straight. San going wide at Degna 2. That leaves the door open for Mr. Spike to try and go for a move around the outside. Is he going to try for a switchback? Nope, San manages to control that braking perfectly. But it's a long way down to Spoon here. Is the Aston Martin going to pull out to the left-hand side? Nope, it doesn't appear so. And we've got another yellow flag. I can't see who that was for. I think that was just a driver getting out of the way, unfortunately. So we'll move back to this battle here between Mr. Spike and San here. Who's going to be able to come out on top? Is it going to be San or Mr. Spike? Aston Martin versus Haas. We're about to go on to lap 26 with these folks here. Let's see, is Mr. Spike going to be able to make a move on San? It looks like he is going to make it. No! I thought he would use some of that battery there, but then again it said that he didn't have a lot. And Aston Martin not having to opt to not go for a move just yet. And looking at the times here, James and Night Flash, it seems that Night Flash is actually providing the better lap times for the past couple of laps anyway. Going to flash up to the top here, as we see Night Flash and James starting the final lap in this Grand Prix. Who's going to be able to come out on top? Is it going to be James, who has been dominant all in both races? Or is it going to be Night Flash? Is he going to be able to come back up in this and get that last second win, we'll say? Right now we'll go on with Mr. Spike, who's just coming out of Spoon right now. Nope, it looks like Mr. Spike isn't going to be getting close enough, but right now we'll go on board with Night Flash and James, who are still battling out for this lead here on the final lap in this round 4 Japanese Grand Prix here with on F1 OG League, and on this channel. Absolutely incredible race, I will say. Oh, need that. Now looking on at James, is he going to manage to get this? He's just got to get a good exit here, just take it easy. There we go, gently on the power. Oh, is he going to run out of fuel? He's flashing red. Oh, so is everybody almost. I think a few people were actually expecting a safety car, but it doesn't look like any safety car has came out. Idle North and Horatio come across the line, and Idle North with a 3-second time penalty allows Horatio up into third place. Never had a good sprint race, but he's managed to turn that around in the main race and get that third position. CJ Drama, excellent run there from the back of the grid to get fifth. A right Nico Hulkenberg style drive there from CJ Drama, since we ended up seeing Hulkenberg coming from 19th on the grid to third to get his very first podium in Formula 1, 15 years in the making. And I've got to say, I love what he said about getting a Lego trophy, and it was like something along the lines of, it was brilliant because if it breaks, then I could rebuild it with my daughter, which I thought was absolutely beautiful, and I love that. So, Nassim saying GG. Yep, that was actually quite a great race to say the least there. There we go, we've got the Scotsman of James, Phil Scotsman there, getting that top step of the podium. Night Flash in second place, and third for Horatio. Brilliant strategies playing out all round for everyone there. Now we'll go down to the finishing order. CG Drama, driver of the day, it says. Most overtakes, cleanest driver. James putting the fastest lap, and race winner. We'll say CG Drama certainly did do well in the main race, and he managed to get third place actually in the sprint. So excellent there. Definitely will say CG Drama deserved it. James getting the win there and the fastest lap. Night Flash in second place. Third for Horatio. Idle North in fourth, just missing out on that third place on track due to that 3-second time penalty. CJ Drama in fifth. Sixth for Nobby Bootneck. Then we've got Northover in seventh. Eighth for Andrew Pipsmith Millsy in ninth. 10th for San. Then we've got Mr. Spike, Soph and Benji. Then we've got Cody, who unfortunately did not finish and actually deliberately crashed his car after he got damaged. So I'm expecting there's going to be a steward's investigation into that. That's a bit unfortunate. We don't want to see that in league racing. Looking on now, I'm hopefully going to be a more regular on commentary again. So we're going to have a look and see what is next week here for F1 OG. We've got Las Vegas next week, so DRS Haven there. So we've got that next week, and I'm hopefully going to be live again on Saturday, Sunday and Monday. So for Saturday we'll have a quick look and see it's going to be round 4 in Australia. So that's always going to be a good race. We've got SRS for their Tier 2. That's going to be the round 4 for Silverstone. So that's going to be a good race. That's going to be on Sunday. Both of them at 8 PM UK time. And then we've got Pit Stop Racing, which we haven't covered on the channel yet. It's been a bit crazy for myself, unfortunately. So I'm going to have a quick look at that. And coming up for that on the 14th, it's going to be Monaco on Monday. And I think that's going to be, that's going to be at 8 PM. So, looking forward to that. So, great racing out there from everyone. And great race to San there. That was Spike. Yep, that was a great race. Nassim saying it was nice watching OG League race again on your stream. If I get any time, I'll be here again next week again. It is always appreciated, guys, coming in and joining. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps the channel out. Currently sitting at 92 subscribers. We're only 8 away from reaching the triple digits and getting up into the 100 subs mark. So, until next time, everyone, take care. And from me, it is peace out.